I know I haven't done a live in like 2 weeks, and I wanted to apologize for that, but there's been a lot of things that I've been working on behind the scenes, and I wanted to post a little short video today that kind of encompasses just like a little success story of things that I do when I have like a little trouble come up. Let's say I lose something or something stops working. I have this little thing that I do, and every time something like this comes up, it's like I forget to use it, and I have to like take a step back from the situation because it's frustrating, and because I lost something or something's not working, so I'm frustrated, and I have a tendency just like to get frustrated about these things, like a lot of us do. And I have to take a step back, and I have to do this thing, which you can probably imagine what that is. But I'm gonna tell my little story. There's one that happened yesterday and a few that I have like it's happened recently, like similar situations. Okay, but yesterday, so I have this thing called CarPlay in my car, which I'm sure a lot of people have if you have like a newer vehicle. But if you don't know what it is, it's basically like I can connect my phone to my car, and I have like my phone screen on the car like screen thingy. That's probably a terrible description, but hopefully that makes sense. I can just see the phone screen on my car, and I can control it through my car, and I don't have to worry about touching my phone, which can be dangerous. It's just safer. But yeah, so I can do that, and sometimes I have connectivity problems, and I get really frustrated about it. But yesterday, it just wasn't fixing itself. Usually, like I can get it to like fix itself, and it'll just kind of work itself out in like a few minutes, or I restart my car or my phone and it gets fixed. But I was trying everything and nothing was working, and I was just getting so frustrated. And this is just such a common situation. We have technological issues. Something's broken, we can't get something open, your basic frustrating little situation that's not really consequential in the long run, but we get frustrated about it in the moment, and it's kind of hard not to be mad about it. But there's a simple fix, and you may not remember it for the first few minutes that you have the problem. You might just get frustrated, but as soon as you can remember, implement this little thingy. Okay, but anyways, back to the story. I was just frustrated. I was trying everything. I went several hours of trying to figure out this situation. My boyfriend was just like, come on, let's not worry about this. Like, he was being very patient, but he was like, yeah, we'll figure this out. Like, we don't need to worry about this right now. But I just kept toying with it, and I kept toying with it, and I kept toying with it. And I was like, why is this not like fixing itself? Because I was imagining it fixed, already working, but then I would still act like it wasn't working. Like, I would have this image in my mind, it's fixed, it's working, but I would be like acting and feeling very frustrated. And I could tell that that was from me not really having that true assumption. Like, you could have an image in your head and visualize something, but if you're not assuming that the situation is already fixed for more than just a second, it's not gonna work. What I was doing was I was just like, okay, here's an image, it's fixed, all right, now why is it not working? It's not fixed. Like, that's basically what I would do, because I was so frustrated that I like got so caught up in that I couldn't even see what I was doing, which happens so much in life with like bigger situations, smaller situations. It's so hard sometimes to be like, crap, I'm doing this wrong. Like, I am literally doing the opposite of what I need to be doing. But we don't need to stress about that. We're gonna do that. We're humans, we react. And the important thing is just like when we catch ourselves to do the right thing, step back, visualize, assume the right things. But my little thing, what I do and what changed the situation immediately, like I went hours, and if I had just done this the first 5 minutes, I would have been done and over with the situation. But what I did was I took a step back, and I just sat in my car, and my boyfriend was just pumping the gas, so I had a minute to just think to myself, and I was just like, what I've been doing has not been working. So I'm just gonna take a step back. Like, I visualized for a little bit first, like, okay, yeah, it's already fixed. Like, I imagined myself saying, oh my God, I'm so grateful, relieved that this worked itself out. Thank goodness. Like, I didn't imagine how it would work itself out. I just really, for several minutes, focused on the fact that not several minutes, like maybe 30 seconds, focused on like, okay, this is fixed. And I repeated that a few times, and I just said, it's fixed. And I went back to restart my CarPlay, as if like with the assumption that it would just work. But I was like, if it doesn't, whatever. Like, it isn't that I let it go. It's more so that I kind of let go of the resistance. Like, you know what? I did the work I could do. To me, I'm living in the assumption that it's working now. But if it doesn't, whatever, it's fine. It's not about letting it go. It's about letting go of the resistance. And so yeah, I started my CarPlay up again. Oh, what do you know? It connected. Like it was just weird. Like it was saying it was connected, but it wouldn't actually start playing music or showing my phone on the screen. But whatever the problem is, the problem doesn't really matter. It's you just assuming the solution is already there. Oh my gosh, are you okay? What are you chewing on? See, you're chewing on stuff. You're gonna make yourself sick. Oh my goodness, no more debt. Yeah, sorry about that, but she was chewing on a tissue and making herself sick. So that's just one example. Another time, or another time, I do this all the time. I lost my Fire Stick remote like a couple months ago, and I was looking all over the place, panicking. I went to the worst thought process, like, oh, I'm gonna have to buy a new one, which again, even the worst thought process isn't that big of a deal. It's just, in the moment, I was like, I don't wanna pay for this. I'm so frustrated, and I don't wanna look all over the place. I looked everywhere. I kept thinking my dogs probably ate it, which is like, again, terrible assumption to make. But in the moment, I was so frustrated that I'm trying to get away from this light thingy. Yeah. But like in the moment, you kind of just do it sometimes and you can't even see it because you're just so lost in the frustration. That's okay. Like, we're human beings, we're gonna react. And then as soon as I started thinking, I found it, thank goodness. Like, imagine myself kind of like holding it, like, thank God, I'm so glad I found it. Like, I'm so relieved. I had that moment, like the same situation with my CarPlay, or I just kind of imagined that it was already, trying to make sure I'm not in this stupid light thing coming down. But I already imagined that it was already fixed, like it's already taken care of, and I kept imagining that. I didn't have to feel better about it. I just had to keep living in that assumption that it was already fixed. So I kind of just stopped looking for it and was just like, whatever. And then 2 seconds later, my boyfriend found it. Yeah. It just kind of fixes itself for you. Like, if you make that assumption, the situation worked itself out, it just kind of does that for you, and you don't have to really worry about it. There's so many times that I've done this where like I can't get something open. I try and I try and I try. I even might visualize that it was fixed, but I'm still living in that assumption that it isn't fixed. You have to be like, it's fixed, it's done, I already did it, and like kind of try to feel that relief as much as possible. You don't need to feel it, but like kind of try to live in that assumption, like for that moment, yay, it's fixed, I'm so relieved, like kind of in that moment, try to feel like it's real. And just keep doing it and keep like repeating that, and the situation will mend itself. It comes a little quicker usually with these like small little situations, like I can't get this thing open, this thing is lost, or this thing's broken. But I mean, you could do this with anything. I just wanted to share this because I haven't been posting on my channel, and I'm kind of just put AWOL for like the last week. I haven't been doing lives, and I feel bad about that, but things have been going on in the background that I'm working on for the group, and I'm starting other new things, trying to come up with things to do and not make it like a paid ideas. Like, I want these to be like free things that people can do, that I can work with people with and can help people. But I'll get into that and I'll share those when I'm ready and have it all figured out. But hopefully this little thing can help people. If you're just come up with little things throughout your day, or maybe it's a bigger problem, it's already solved, it's already fixed. And just imagine yourself like relieved and just like, yes, it's already done. And keep repeating that scene, and the problem will fix itself if you keep doing it and living in that assumption. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll be back with the live on Sunday. I'll get to you about the specific time. It's probably gonna be like around 3, because that usually is the time that works for me. But yeah, if you have questions, drop them below. If not, I can answer them in the live on Sunday.